Let's put a huge picture of a horse. That sounds great. Okay, 2 couches. Sounds about right. What is up there, guys, and welcome to The Beginner's Guide. I've heard a lot of things about this game. I've never actually played it for myself, but I've heard from a lot of people that it's really good. It's by the same guy that made the Stanley Parable. If you guys have ever played or watched or anything to do with that one's kind of like this wonky, almost out-of-body experience type thing. It's really fun, though. Whereas this one is much more like an emotional journey type thing, so I'm interested and fascinated to get into it. And yeah, I can't wait to go on this adventure with you guys. So yeah, this is all going to be done in one long video. So if you guys don't like unedited, super long videos, then this one probably won't be for you, but I really don't want to mess with this story. I want to just kind of let the game tell its story and not get in the way of that. So yeah, I'm sorry if you don't like that, but that's how I want to do this one. So anyway, let's go ahead and get right into the game. Please make sure audio is on. Check. Thank you. Controls, WASD, left click. Thank you, as with most PC games though.
Hi there. Thank you very much for playing The Beginner's Guide. My name is Davey Reedon. I wrote The Stanley Parable, and while that game tells a pretty absurd story, today I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between 2008 and 2011. We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda.
Okay.
Now, these games mean a lot to me. I met Coda in early 2009 at a time when I was really struggling with some personal stuff, and his work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make. So just to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made. It's a level for Counter-Strike. You can walk around here, by the way.
Yeah.
And mostly it's just Coda learning the basics of building a 3D environment. But what I like is that even though he starts from the simple aesthetic of a desert town, he then scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level. And of course, it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and instead this level becomes a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person. And it kind of makes you wonder, what was going through his head as he was building this? This is what I like about all of Coda's games. I mean, not that they're all fascinating as games, but that they are all going to give us access to their creator. I want us to see past the games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. So, it's 2008, Coda starts making these games, and he never releases any of them. He doesn't put them onto the internet, he just makes them and then immediately abandons them, and they sit on his computer forever. And I think he really understood this image of himself as a recluse. At one point, he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games Folder. So, you know, this was just how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing to try to understand what he had just made, until suddenly one day, he just stopped. In 2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then he hasn't made another one since. And that's why I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his work together, is because I find his games powerful and interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him, to maybe encourage him to start creating again. And if the people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda. So thanks for joining me on this. If you have a particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at daveyWreden@gmail.com.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's about it for introduction.
All right.
Let's take a look at Coda's first proper game. As each game is loading, I'll show you the date that it was completed. This first one was made in November 2008.
Okay. This is so far really okay. We're in an empty white room. But it's a break really quick, so I'm gonna say this is so far a really interesting game. Like, I like the story it's trying to tell, and it seems like it's actually a true story, so that's cool too. Anyway, let's go. Oh, okay. Whisper machine stats active. Evacuate immediately. Okay.
This game is called Escape from Whisper. and it's one of the more generic games you'll see from Coda.
No, okay, I can't think through that way. Gotta go this way. Alright, can we shoot? Oh, we can shoot, okay. Do we have things we need to shoot? Or, like, are we just... What's going on? Are we just continuing on our adventure?
Security call.
Okay, let's go!
Hostile alien life form now.
Are things coming out? No? Okay.
It kinda looks like this game was abandoned mid-development. For instance, you have this gun, which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or enemies somewhere, but then clearly there are no enemies anywhere.
Yeah.
You can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets.
Okay.
But ultimately we don't really know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I think that we should talk about his games for what they are, rather than for what they're not.
Okay. Sounds like a good idea to
Enemy
me.
force neutralized.
Oh, okay, we can go through now.
Initiated activation.
Ooh, that's a
I
cool
love how you can
aesthetic.
see the bottom of the universe from this room.
Yeah, that's actually pretty funny. Is that what the end of the world looks like? Nice. That's actually a really cool picture. Nice, I like it. Okay, let's keep going. Going this way? Yes. What's... Okay. Interesting. Oh, no, don't tell me this is a maze.
Apparently this space station has a labyrinth on it. Sure, I don't know. There's really no reason for it that I've ever been able to discern, so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you on past it.
Okay, thank you. I was not interested in going through that. Okay, let's keep going.
Okay, this is the part
Okay.
that's interesting. The game has this
Gun's
narrative
gone.
about the whisper machine and how it has to be turned off, and then you get to the engine room.
Hey, you there, in the engine
Me?
room. You could save us all. That beam is powering the whisper machine. We could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature. If your body could stop the beam. It's so much to ask, but for all of our lives, would you do it? Could you give yourself?
Okay. That's an interesting question. Is that going to be like an overarching question of the game or something? Or that's interesting. Okay, let's do it.
Let me pause here for a second. What you just experienced, stepping into the beam and then dying,
Yeah.
is probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level. But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead.
Okay, just walk back in again. Okay. Oh. Oh. That is amazing.
The beam causes you
Wow.
to start floating.
Look at
And
that.
this is an important moment for him. Because yes, this is technically a glitch, but Coda identifies something human about it. Like how small it makes you feel in the face of this larger chaotic system. Or this floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful
Wow.
place, juxtaposed against all of the hysteria that you've just had to traverse. I don't even know. I have no idea what he was thinking, but what's clear is that after making this, something lodges itself in his brain. He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs. So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he made after leaving this one behind.
Well, that wasn't like an out-of-body experience. That was awesome. Okay. I can't move. The past was behind her. Okay. Oh,
Yep, in this game you can
Uh-huh.
only walk backwards.
past was behind her. Oh,
So it's a short and
future could not be
relatively
seen.
minimalist experiment combining motion and narrative.
why does the future
It is
keep
less
changing?
advanced than the previous game, but actually it seems to be more focused, more complete. Coda's trying to give it a unique voice rather than simply basing it on a pre-existing trope.
The future cannot be seen. Wait, is there more stuff down this way? Yeah, there is. Go this way. When she stops and looks, it becomes clearer. But if the future is always behind her, how will she find the strength to confront it? Wow.
It's a short little thought, it says what it wants to say, and then it ends. Didn't
kind of a
need
deep
anything
thought.
more than that. which to me is why it works,
Yeah.
because it gets out quick. Okay, next
I'd agree
one.
with that. That was really cool. Tells an interesting story. Is this a horror game? Please no, I don't like those. You are now entering. Where are we entering? Is there anything on the back of the sign or something? No, just you are now entering. Okay. Got it. Can't really see.
And that's it. Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet.
Okay.
Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
That was an interesting thing to just have end like that.
Oftentimes,
Nonsense
Coda
in
would
nearly
put
every
bizarre
direction.
titles like this one at the start of his games.
Oh, okay. We're in a
I wish I'd
cityscape?
known him at the time that he was making these early games.
Okay, let's get
He
up
would
the
really
stairs.
only talk to me about his work as he was making it. Once he stopped work on a game, like, that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at all, but what are you gonna do?
There's a lot of stairs. Wait, am I slowing down? The background noise certainly would suggest that.
Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens. So why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone, why bother opening the door at all? Well,
Interesting.
to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll bring you back up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
Interesting. Okay. So it only opens once you've stopped. That's interesting. That's cool. Oh wow.
A room that's warm and nice and filled with little ideas for games.
This is nice. Stand on an X staring at a bear for 3 hours.
Coda would often tell
A
me that he
stranger
didn't mind
appears.
if people thought of him as cold or distant. He said that he knew that he was actually a vibrant and compassionate person, but that it takes time to really see that. It can be a very slow climb to get there.
A game of only posters and concept art showing what the game is intended to be. A game where you collect items, except the game automatically quits when you collect them all. Interesting. A game... Okay, I was reading those. Ready, set, fish. This is a fishing simulator? This doesn't seem like a fishing simulator. No, this is definitely not a fishing simulator. That room was warm and nice. Oh, ho, ho, a door.
Well, this is new for Coda. It's an actual puzzle. Go ahead and see if you can solve it.
Wow. Wow, I was expecting it to just open on the other side or something.
Don't forget that solution, because we're going to see this puzzle again soon.
Okay,
We're going to
sounds
see
good.
it a lot.
Okay, this is interesting. It's like wood mixed with concrete. I kind of like it.
So that seems to be it, right? You walk down a corridor, you solve the puzzle, you get to the end. Simple enough.
Okay.
All right, now I'm going to modify the game again so that when you press enter, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. Are those all actual
How about
rooms?
that? There was more to it than we had any way of knowing. I actually find it funny that this game comes after the Stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So,
Holy
in the Stairs
cow.
game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic outer world. Either way, I think that the point is the same, is that most of the time you don't get to know what you're missing, or even that you're missing anything. That's not your role as a player. So if your role here is not to
Wow.
understand, then what is it?
That is amazing. Holy cow. Oh, we're back here. Is this another horror game? You are now exiting.
Aha. So, this, combined with the
This is
entering
the
game
answer to
earlier,
the other game.
tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow.
Yeah.
It could even be that the stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game. There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in, some larger meaning that we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them.
Okay.
And once we have, we can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
Alright, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, no, this is The Great and Lovely Descent. Okay. Alright. Interesting. Are we on a hill? Yeah, we are. Interesting. Okay.
Let's talk about video game development for a second.
Alright.
Every video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines what the game can and cannot do. So in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development.
Oh. Is this just like a break
To
in the
make all
floor?
of these games, Coda is using an engine called Source. Like all engines, Source has certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly.
Can I fall?
One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors. That's why so many of Coda's games are set in these
Okay,
large,
I can
flat,
definitely
empty
fall.
rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well.
That's so scary. Oh,
The
this is
tools
so-
available to the creator shape what kinds of creative work they're going to end up making. You might consider paying attention to
gosh.
the architecture in Coda's games, to notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good
Okay.
at producing linear
That was
boxy corridors.
freaky. Alright. Sorry, yeah, linear boxy corridors. Didn't mean to interrupt you. Okay. Alright, nowhere to go down there. Oh, that's not creepy at all. Are these all like pens? Are we locked in here? Are these all like animal pens? Like a jail type thing? Is it just like guiding me towards a cell? Oh, no, we're in an elevator now. Okay. Can we get off on any of these floors? No? Okay, can't get off. No! I don't want to go to jail. No! Okay, guess we'll go for it. See what it's like. What's jail really like?
This prison, funny enough, in Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour before letting you go. If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that.
Yes, thank you. Just sitting there for an
This is
hour?
something that he and I used to argue about a lot.
Locked
you know,
in there? Wow.
whether a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible? And so we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else. Believe me, I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere. There wasn't.
Nice, gotcha. Yeah, this is really... So all of this that we've gone through stemmed from that little house in that empty white area. This is really cool. I like his ideas, his game design so far. This is really cool. And just sitting there locked in that cell for an entire hour, just waiting for it to open. I mean, if you knew it was gonna do that, I guess, like, I'd be down to wait, but... Ah, is this the door puzzle
It's the
again?
puzzle again, with the exact same solution as the last time. There's
Well,
still
that
no
was easy.
clear indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is going to return to it over and over.
Okay,
But
now it's
I
just
promise
an empty
I'll share with you my interpretation
open
very shortly.
sky. Interesting. Okay. And all of this is still stemming from that single house that then led down to that, like, blocky fall. And now all this. This is so cool. Okay. You there. Did you come from up above?
Here,
What was
Coda
up there?
begins using a kind of dialogue system that he fashioned out of the engine's chat capabilities. Use the 1, 2, 3 buttons on your keyboard to respond.
Okay. Yes, there were these floating colored blocks. Yes, there was an enormous prison I spent hours in, and yes, there was a world stamped with whiteness. I'm gonna go with the floating colored blocks. So, you know, colors are fun. There we go. That's the world above. You've been there. Now this is important. Did you have to get through a puzzle with 2 doors and switches? Yes, I did. That was literally the last thing I did before coming here. No, I don't remember having to go through any puzzle. I'd prefer not to tell you. After all, we've only just met. So the puzzle's important. Let's go with 3 again. I prefer not to tell you. After all, we've only just met. What? But you don't understand. We are trapped here. That puzzle is our only escape. We need to get through it. You think you want to get through, but trust me, you don't. Let me describe it for you. Let me tell you all about what is over there. Alright, I'll tell you how to solve it. Let's go with 2. Let me describe it for you. No, that isn't possibly enough. I need to actually be there. I cannot simply be told what it is. I must see it myself. I must escape this prison. There must be an ending. Okay. That sounds almost like it's... Part of that sounds like it's Coda talking to us, like there must be an ending, like I have to escape this prison that I'm in or something. And then part of that also sounds like him playing on the desires of the player-based community, because people go crazy if there's not an ending to a game. So I think he might be playing on that. Oh, is this another one? Oh gosh. Okay. Is there another door over there? Yeah. Hello, how did you get here? Was there a puzzle you had to pass through? Yes, do you want to know how to solve it? No, I've been right here this entire time. Yes, do you want to know how to solve it? No, we actually find the black space between the doors to be far more interesting. Have you seen it yet? Why would I care about the space between the doors? Actually, now that you mention it, I remember feeling strange as I passed through it. I don't recall a space between the doors. That's actually an interesting note, because there was like this like weird foggy smoke type stuff in between the 2 doors. And it was kind of an interesting darkness where you're completely alone in there. I'll look into that next time I'm in the puzzle. I'm gonna go with 2. Actually, now that you mention it, I remember feeling strange like that. Don't think too hard about it. You'll see it again soon. Okay, is that Coda talking to us? Like, don't worry about what's happening in between. Like, you'll see. I don't know. I'm not gonna overanalyze stuff at this point.
And so we make
I
one
will
last
later.
descent down to the final floor of the level.
Okay. Here we are. This almost looks like the snow walls from the Hoth base. Allow me to nerd out on you there for a second, Star Wars style. Okay. Oh, wow.
It's a lamppost. Okay, I can't tell you quite why, but for some reason Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out. I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, you know, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long. Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something.
Okay.
He wants a destination, which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination. We're going to see it in the work as well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with more of a clear idea behind them.
Okay.
And as we go, that idea will get clearer and clearer and clearer.
Alright, fair enough. Slow fade to black. Yeah, I'm really liking it. It tells a really interesting story. The game is connected to the internet. As you walk around, you can leave notes. All notes you see are left by other players. Okay. Dark Souls style. Okay, first note. Nice room. Not. Okay. He said that he never released these games. He said that Coda never...
Off, I'm sure you can deduce this, but this game is not connected to the internet.
Okay,
All of the
I
notes
thought so.
that you're going to see have been written by Coda.
Okay,
This was actually the first game of his that I ever played. This was shortly after I met him at a weekend game jam in Sacramento, where I grew up.
Yeah.
I saw him working on this very level. And it was just so different from
How do you beat
anything that
this
anyone
game?
else was doing. So right
No
away I was
point to
like,
this.
I have to be friends with this person. In retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too pushy trying to get his attention.
Whoa.
I was over enthusiastic.
Can you guys hear me?
But he was very gracious about it and very patient with me.
Oh, wait.
And I cooled off eventually.
That sounds super deep. That sounds like it's Coda. Like, can you guys that are playing my games hear me? Well, because, yeah, I was going to say, this definitely isn't connected to the internet, because he said that he never released any of those games. So, hello. Nice to see you. Reasonable.
Oh,
Fair enough.
feel free to skip over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for you.
Everyone
Nothing
read
extra is going to happen if you read all
Hey.
of them. Either way,
This place makes me sad.
to me
Me
they
too.
convey a sense of loneliness.
Yeah,
I
that's
see
actually what I was
this
about to
person
say.
who's filled with thoughts and feelings and beliefs and has no way to express them except as scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played.
I want to tell you a secret. Once upon a time I did... Okay. Define fun.
But it's ironic, isn't it?
I'm king
that
of the world.
In playing this game and seeing how alone Coda often felt,
Balls.
that
Nice.
we get to know him better and actually kind of connect with him. And I have to be honest with
Why?
you, this idea is really seductive.
Hey, I can
to me.
type here.
That I could just play someone's game
guy over there wrote
and
much wrong.
see the voices in their
Nice.
head and get to know them better
I'd
and
rather
have
be
to
doing
do less of
anything other
the
than playing this.
messy in-person socializing.
There are too many messages
I could just
in
get
this
to
area.
know you through your work.
We're running out of space.
I
Soon
think this
we
is
will
why
stop.
I always
Oh,
liked
that's
Coda's
another
games
deep
so
one.
much. Is because it felt like they let
Cool
me
cavern,
have that
bro.
connection. I felt as
In a
though
world
he
full
was
of no fun,
inviting
man
me
will read all of them.
personally
This time we're
into
you'll
his
believe the
world,
speech bubbles can talk.
and then I feel less
Do you
lonely
feel like
too.
a hero yet? This game is no nice. I would like it when I could. Interesting. Do not be afraid. Do care. A lot of these sound like really deep, like emotional things from Coda himself. Holy cow! Can you even read this whole thing? I just saw a flying penguin. Let me tell you, it was the most majestic thing I've ever seen. I don't feel like living because nothing will ever be as majestic as that. I never want to see again if nothing will ever be that beautiful again. I'm crying now and plan on ripping my eyes out. I must now do that. Nice. Deep, man, deep. How is there wood and grass and concrete here? That you don't ask those kinds of questions. Okay, sounds good. Okay, nice. Not gonna repeat that one. Boring. I disagree. I can assure you, guaranteed, that there is an acorn somewhere here in this place, and the sailors are looking for it. What the what? What does that have to do with anything? Oh, it's this way. Okay. I was like, do I just have to jump? I wonder if you can jump off and land on those places. That'd be cool. Hey guys, just looking for someone to talk with. Oh, that's deep too. Coda's trying to find somebody he can talk to. I feel you, Coda. I do. I refuse to believe. Nice. I need to go to the frickin' bathroom. Nice. Recognize me, please. Oh, it's another sad one. Coda. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm here for you. There's nothing here. Go back. Don't listen to that guy. Getting into arguments with himself. A free t-shirt. Nice. Need other side door. Why you so? Makes game. Includes door. Cannot open door. Thanks. Open sesame. Door how open? Okay. So he, yeah, okay, interesting. Someday I will meet the person who made this. Ooh, that's another deep one. Oh, wow. I help people because of the internal good feeling I get. Oh, wow. Holy cow, this stuff is so detailed. New room. Do you hear the chimes? They keep you going, don't they? Okay, I'm not going to read all these. This is way too many. But this is such a lonely, lonely thing for him to say. Coda, don't be lonely, buddy. Don't be lonely. I'm sorry. I'm here for you. I'm here for you, friend. Gigantic painting. Painting, what does it mean? Whoever made this has issues. Talking about himself. Hey guys, how's it going? Just hanging. I think it's about how things look messy from up close and perfect from far away. Okay, that's deep. I can see that. From up here, it just looks like dots. Yeah, that's true. Cabbage shapes our nation. That's very true. Very deep. I feel you, Coda. Devil Tower Star. Okay. Sounds good. There must be a reason for it, though. His terrible secret, he kept it well. Okay, getting deep. I beat the game. You stopped short, buddy. More room?
At the end of this level, we're going to see the puzzle again. And here, I'll tell you what I think the puzzle means.
Okay, cool.
Each of these games represents an idea that was on Coda's mind at the time that he was making it. And the puzzle is a way of closing the door on a previous chapter of his life before moving on to the next one. In each of his games, after exploring a theme that, he might find difficult, Coda can then place this puzzle that he knows has a reliable solution, he understands exactly how it works, and so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving on. And because there's this dark area between the doors, a space between spaces, before you move on, you get to pause. Just for a moment, a few seconds to reflect on and let go of the events that led you here. To step back and connect the pieces together. To grasp at that elusive bigger picture.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. This is deep. Oh, man. Okay, so there's one speech bubble. These whispers have been getting louder and louder. This is terrifying. How do you leave notes? Nice, good final note there. Oh gosh. Typewriters, hundreds of typewriters. Are you there? Please say something. It can be anything. I just need you to say something. Talk to me, please. Why are you having so much difficulty talking? Speak, 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 speak. Oh gosh. Oh man. Deep. Oh, I feel so bad.
Okay, this one is tough.
Cornstars died too.
It's gonna kind of just spin its own wheels for a few minutes. Hang with it.
Coda, oh, I'm so sorry, buddy. I feel you. Okay, so we're going through here. I'm so sorry. Oh, man. Oh, I just wish I could give Coda a hug. That's sad. Like, no one will talk to him. Like, he's all alone. He makes these games to communicate, and no one plays them.
See, like, this is it. The whole game. And there's nothing that's particularly interesting about it.
Oh, my
You just walk to the end of a hallway. Except, for some reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's gonna start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool. Here's version 2.
Okay. This time there's no door. What furniture ought to go in the center of the room? Put a giant hole in the ground. Yes, that one. Okay. Okay, now what about along the wall of the room? Let's put a huge picture of a horse. I'd really like a washing machine. 10 stoves lined up along the wall. Let's put a huge picture of a horse. That sounds great. Okay, 2 couches. Sounds about right. I think we should light up this room a bit. A skylight, full ceiling window. Let's open this baby up. I'm thinking 10 by 12 recessed electric 6-inch soft LED ceiling. Soft LED ceiling lights with fluorescent trim. We'll put live Tesla coils in each corner. Yeah, I'm down for the Tesla coils. Let's do that. Okay, lamps. And a table. You need a table. Who are you? Where exactly are you doing this from? I'm pretty sure none of my choices are making any difference. Tables were invented in 1935. I'm pretty sure none of my choices are making any difference. And there's a table. Nice. Oh my gosh.
There's a bit more to this one, but still it's not really communicating anything. It's kind of just weird for weirdness' sake.
Holy cow. This This is insane.
So okay, he throws it out and starts over. This time he comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
Holy cow, how many different... Hello, please walk forward. Okay. This guide will enable you to escape any prison environment. Follow the instructions carefully. Take care that you remember each step. First, click on this table. Okay. Done. Good. Go over the photo frame and click to turn it slightly. Now turn the floor lamp in this room off, then turn it back on. Now go to the left side sofa, move it over a little. Finally, touch the shelves. That's it. In a real prison, the escape will now open. Return to the start to be taken back to your prison. Oh, that sounds really deep. Return. Okay.
And of course, now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events to escape. Here's a version where there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside.
Oh, that's so
real
cool.
quick through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea. There's nearly a dozen of them.
This is so
Personally,
cool.
I think it's awful to watch this. To see a person basically unraveling
The puzzle.
through their work. And for what? Like, at what point do you just go, maybe there are game ideas other than this prison that I could be working on? But Coda doesn't have that voice telling you to stop. That particular mechanism of defense against yourself. Without it, you just spiral.
So cool.
And so he keeps going and going and going and going and going. And then he hits on something. And he likes it. And that's it. He's done. He stops making prisons. This is the very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
What? Okay. That was a whole lot of prison ideas. A lot of those were really cool looking. I think that one where you're stuck. Okay. So we're in the outside now. A house. And the lamp is in front of us, next to something. Is that a bus station waiting thing or what? I don't know. Is that a door? Oh wow. That is kind of creepy. The lamp next to this call box. I like the lamp though, it's really cool. Okay. Hello? Who is this? Hey, it's me. I'm you from after you escaped the prison. Okay. You're me? ... So you were trapped in this prison too? Yep, I was in the furniture maze. Yep, I was in the escape tutorial. Yep, I was in the reverse
And so
prison.
this is what Coda wants, is to be able to talk to someone, to share what's on his mind, and
That's
to
where
get
I
some
am
good
right
advice
now.
from someone who knows.
Oh, I'm so glad to know that I get out
The irony
eventually.
is that even in this
What's it like to
scenario,
escape?
You're still talking to yourself. You know,
Actually,
all of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
that's true. That's deep. Actually, I'm already forgetting what being in the prison was like. It's strange, but in a way, I kind of miss being in the prison. It feels like being completely still and wildly in motion at the same time. Okay, so he's like... He kind of misses being in the prison in the sense of like now he has to go out and find something new to do, I guess. I don't know. It's strange, but in a way I kind of miss being in the prison. Why? Was there anything about it that you felt good about? Being here sucks. True, maybe I only like things once I don't have them anymore. Oh, that's, yeah. No, this is so sad. It was comfortable. I knew its limits. I knew my place. But don't you feel excited about getting out? The promise of freedom? Is that good, though? It's comfortable, but it's inhuman. I couldn't live this way. You don't need to. You just need to be patient. Having limits is way more important than you probably realize right now. You'll see what I'm talking about when you've been there for a while longer. Having limits is way more important. Wait, if you're me, then did you get a call from another version of you when you were trapped? No, I think I'm the first person to call back. I never got one. Then can you tell me how to get out? Maybe I can come find you. What do I have to do? To get out, all you have to do is be sincere. To get out, you need to tell me how you feel right now. To get out, just talk with me for a bit. To get out, all you have to do is be sincere. What? That will free me? How does that work? Listen, you can't know until you're out, but I promise it works. Just be sincere, it'll make sense. I'm gonna go with just be sincere. No, I'm gonna go with the first one. Listen, you can't know until you're out. Sincere about what? That's exactly what you need to figure out in order to escape. Okay.
I can see why he considers this a fitting conclusion to the prison games.
Yeah,
After all of
I
the
guess
obsession
so.
and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah. That would be. It's 2009.
So what would it look like if Coda wanted to make a game about talking to someone other than himself?
Okay. We're in a giant cave, looks like. There's a nice house up there. Is it snowy? Yeah, it is snowy.
To me, this environment is meant to represent Coda's puzzle, with the two doors on either side and a dark transitional space between.
Oh yeah, there's a door there. Okay, what are we up to? Alright. Clean. Well, my goodness, I'm glad as all heck that you showed up. Thought I might be having to clean this entire house all by myself, and right miserable that would have been. Everyone knows lonesome hands make lousy homes. Okay. Don't worry about me. A place this nice, I'll be glad to stay here all night. And lousy homes make home loners?
Which he started
Are we
using
cleaning
from
this whole
point
place?
on. From here on out, he begins putting much more effort into the visual polish of his work, and this particular game took 2 months to create as a result.
That's the story, little one. Oh, don't you worry now. We'll be through this mess in no time. I promise you'll wish there was more. Why don't I finish up here? In the meantime, could you please clear the table? Done. Much nicer. That's the table I want to see. Now, would you please run into the bathroom and make the bed, or into the bedroom and make the bed? Where's the bedroom? Aha, here it is. While you're in there, I want you to straighten out the rug a bit. All the little details matter. This music's pretty nice. I like it. How'd you end up doing this job? It's been a long time since I've seen a house this messy. Do you enjoy being a house cleaner? I'm gonna ask him, do you enjoy being a house cleaner? 'Cause it's like you're asking himself in a way. Well, I don't enjoy it as much as I need it. While I'm working, I feel a kind of calm that rests in the pit of my ribcage. My soul just can't be soothed any other way, it seems. Which I guess is about all that matters. Oh, that and a tidy couch. Would you straighten the pillows on the sofa out here? Yeah, sure. This is really nice music, though. I really like it. There we go. Oh dear, looks like someone spilled a drink over by the couch. Maybe mop that up as long as you're over there. There you go. I feel compelled to share an incredibly cheesy personal insight. You okay with that? Yeah, I'll try to get by. ... No. What? No, it was stupid. Sorry, never mind. No, tell me. Tell me. Ugh, hey, these dishes need to be washed. Why don't you come do that? I hate it when people do that. When they tell you they're going to tell you something, then you're like, what is it? And then they don't tell you. They're like, no, you know what? Never mind. It's a bad idea. And you're like, Last I checked, the tub needed a cleaning. How about you scrub it down as best as you can? No need to be perfect. We're all just human. Oh, that's deep. Okay. Are there still books scattered on the floor of the bedroom? If so, would you put them back on the shelf? Yeah, gladly. Nice. Perfect. Now then, how about you come over here and clear these dishes
After the intense set of
table?
prison games, this house cleaning level almost feels like cleansing.
Yeah.
It's the moment after a particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it sit and digest inside of you.
Yeah.
and eventually cohere into something meaningful.
Okay, so we clean it off the table again. House cleaning is so difficult. How do you do it? Are all houses this easy to clean? Do these chores ever end? I'm gonna do 3. Do these chores ever end? Darling, let me tell you something. Whatever work you do, you have absolutely got to own it. Otherwise, it owns you. Oh, that's deep. So why don't we be with task and leave the future chores to future you? Aw. Present you wants to smooth out the rug in the bedroom. Believe it or not.
Coda really liked this game.
Trust me on this one.
Of all of his work, actually, this was the only one that he called me up to ask me to come over and look at it. This was during a period of a few months where he was like grossly happy all the time. Just walked around with a constant smile on his face.
Looks like Tub's gotten rather dirty. Would you mind tidying up a bit? ... Earlier when I said I had a really cheesy thought, I was going to say that it occurs to me that one's house is a lot like one's soul. You take care of it, and it takes care of you. Don't know why I feel so weird about saying that. I get it. That's a weird thing to say to someone you just met. Yeah, you're right. That's pretty cheesy. But there's a bit of truth in it, no? I'm gonna go with 3. There's a bit of truth. ... Anyway, so, housekeeping. Let's keep doing this. Books, would you please clean up the books? Yeah, sure. Thanks. No problem. Always. Oh goodness, the pillows over on the couch are a real mess.
I'm glad he found some peace.
Would you go over and straighten them up a bit? Can't have folks coming home to a messy couch. ... Question. Answer.
But,
do you enjoy this?
It can't last.
Oh.
The music stops, your companion is gone,
No.
it's time to leave. The
My
door at
friend.
the top of the hill is now open as well.
Come
Again,
back.
you can't stay in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving. It's how you stay alive.
Okay. So it's really nice to stay there, but you have to leave. I'm gonna miss you, buddy. That was nice. I really enjoyed that. It was relaxing. It was honestly like really peaceful. Just gentle housekeeping, especially after being locked in prison and like that. Okay.
Which is the whole point of the puzzle doors, right? That sooner or later you have to pick up and move. I really thought that was the point of it.
Oh wow. Items you
one
move,
gets a
members
bit
only
goofy.
prices. Why did you come here today? Okay, so I'm in a lecture hall. Was it to improve your life? Was it to get a better job? Was it to make your relationships more meaningful? No. You came here to become perfect. This workshop is going to teach you how to be perfect. Is there anyone over there? No. I want your friends, the people in your life, to look at you and think, wow, this person is a better human being than I am. Right now, who do you think about that way in your own life? Ooh, that's deep. Who do you know is so well developed as a person that they make you feel disgusted with yourself, compared to whom you feel useless, selfish, ungrateful? I intend to make you into that person. Perfection is within your grasp. And the question is not how we do it, but how we do it effortlessly. This is easy. It is so easy. It is so easy.
About halfway through the game,
Being
the
perfect
perspective
is
shifts.
effortless. Oh. What the?
And you play as the teacher. And suddenly, you discover that your teacher is just as bigoted and afraid as you are. Oh, and also you can move around the classroom now.
Oh, okay. Well, Lamppost is up there. This is the key. How do I achieve it with no effort? Well, let me tell you right now, if it isn't effortless, then it's not the right answer. I still love you, it's just that you make me feel cold on the inside. Being alone must be awful. Oh no! Can I choose either of those? I still love you, it's just that you make me feel cold on the inside. Thank goodness all of you perceive me as being wise and intelligent. Drinking is not hurting my life. If you're not torturing yourself trying to find the right solutions for your life, you're not doing it right. Oh my gosh. Thank goodness. This is awful. Do you understand that you won't be happy until you love me? This is for you. Seek out only one thing. What is the easiest, simplest path forward? Ew, I'm developing a cyst. Gross. What the? Okay. Do you understand that you won't be happy? Ha! Just kidding. Anyone want to do some ecstasy after this? There is no truth. There is no path. What if I'm not a good teacher? Do what is easiest. Do what is simplest. Feel what is true. Holy crap, you guys, something's coming out of the back of the room. Look out. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one, because, you know, we're kind of gonna die here soon, I'm thinking. Nothing. No one. It's coming for you. It's going to destroy you. Everyone run. Run.
I felt pretty hard for this one. I feel like it's one of the most
Perfection,
relatable
perfection,
experiences
perfection.
that you can have. To assume that some other person is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way, and completely miss all of the little flaws that make them painfully human.
Wow.
I think about this game a lot these days.
Yeah, I can imagine why. Holy cow, that's deep. Wow. Okay.
This one took a lot longer than all the others for Coda to
Picture,
make.
shelves,
It was
couch,
4 months
table.
between this and the last one. That's
Okay,
twice
we
as
can't-
long
we
as
can't
it
click
took
on
him
the
to
table
make
to
any
escape
other
the
game
prison.
before this. And it's not like it's particularly complex, so I remember I found that a little strange at the time.
Okay, so there's a big stage. Can we go behind this big backdrop? Yeah. It's interesting. So what happens if we come out here? Oh, wow. That's huge. Oh, gosh. Oh, that made me jump. Sorry about staring up at the sky like that, but I jumped to the freaking moon. That was awful. Alright, the performance is beginning. Places, please. In this scene, you will be playing as me. We are at a gathering of professionals. First, you'll start out leaning against this wall. Okay. Good. Stay right there. Done. The woman across the room in this chair is a professional photographer of animals. It's your dream to photograph animals professionally. This is your one chance to learn something from her, to gain something to succeed. Go on, say something to her. Jeez, can't talk. Hello. Sorry, I have to leave. Where's the bathroom? Hello. Hello? That's it? That's not a conversation. I didn't really have a whole lot of options. You need to actually converse with her. Be a human being. Do it again. I'm super scared right now. I like you. Here are all of my hopes and dreams. I'm super scared right now, to be honest. No, no, no! That's not what I said to her at all. You're completely missing the tone of this conversation. I was reserved, but I knew what I wanted. I was confident. For some reason, it was just that one moment, but I was confident. Maybe it's that you need a better feel of the setting. There were a lot of people around us. I'll give you some props to work with. Oh gosh. These cones that bounce when you touch them will represent the people nearby. Can I... Is it pinball? Can I touch them? Ooh, that's fun. Now talk to her again. You must have worked really hard to get where you are. I'll bet you've learned to lean into the pain. What are some sacrifices you've had to make? I'll bet you've learned to lean into the pain. You're messing it all up again. You'll freak her out if the conversation gets that personal that quickly. Do you not realize how important this was for me? I'll never get another opportunity like this again. Everything was riding on this. Oh gosh, it's like ruining his life. I want to try something. Try stepping back from the stage. Oh gosh. That big hallway wasn't there before. This is kind of spooky. Hello, Lamppost. How are you? Oh, no. Oh gosh. Are we back in the prison? Okay, I guess there's nothing for it but to go onward. Okay, yes, now this
The
is
game
working.
ends
This
with
is
this
what it was
eerie
like.
premonition of what's going to happen next in Coda's life. The solution to social anxiety,
That's
to
perfect.
fears of
Wonderful.
having to
This is
perform and having to chase
really
success.
wonderful.
The answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away. which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago,
You're doing great.
where it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know, it looks to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself from the world. And that wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect with this person, to bring him closer.
Oh gosh, okay, that's
what can you
so
do?
deep.
After this, Coda went off and took another
Oh,
5
gosh.
months to make a new game.
Oh wow, that's so deep. Mobius Trip. To play this game properly, you must keep your eyes closed. Click to begin the game. Okay, I'm gonna do that in a second. Holy cow, that was deep though. Like, oh my gosh, retreating inside yourself, closing off all of these, like, gate after gate after gate as you retreat further inside yourself, away from human interaction and from fearing to screw up something. Like, oh wow, that was deep. Okay, anyway, let's get on with this. Okay. Mobius Trip. To play this game properly, you must keep your eyes closed. Click to be in the game. Okay, I'm going to close my eyes, and then if nothing happens, I'm going to just open them again. Okay, music is happening. Okay, there's sound effects. I can't tell what's happening. What's going on? Can I move? I guess I just have to open eyes. Oh, okay. Oh gosh. I can't tell what's happening. What's going on? Is something happening? Should I open my eyes? Oh. Okay. I'm just gonna open my eyes then.
You should
Oh, okay.
probably open your eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty
Okay.
much impossible to solve otherwise. And there is a solution, by the way.
There was a giant door and then my vision went black. I don't know why, what's happening to me. We're okay so far if I can activate the shields. Help, I'm blind. Ready where we are. Blind. Oh gosh, that door's coming really fast. Okay, so does it just keep restarting? Okay. What's going on? Engineer, okay. Help, I'm blind. We'll start off with that again. Why did I go blind? I can't see. Please someone talk to me. Please someone tell me how to solve this. Please don't let this be forever. Blind up there. With the light post. Okay, so the door just keeps killing us over and over again. Is there a way out and up? Yes, there is. Aha! I thought so. Truth. The only way to stop it is to speak something that is honest. I can't keep making these. My work is always fun. I burst with creative energy. I can't keep making these. Yes, that's it. That's the truth. Oh gosh. I don't feel it anymore. I'm out of ideas.
Like I said, I
It's
was getting
draining
concerned.
me.
First off, he's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what
Keep
he's
going.
thinking. So
Keep talking.
where's that coming from? But
I haven't
then
been
even
honest.
weirder,
I can't
his
figure out
work
how
has
to say the
potentially
thing.
stopped being an
I
outlet
thought it
for
was
him.
gonna be easy.
Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just
The SS
deflect
whisper.
anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing. Here was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way.
The SS whisper. Remember the whisper machine from the beginning where you had to... We're going to be okay. Oh gosh. Coda. Oh, this is so sad. No.
His games are going to get more desperate from here on out.
Oh,
After this
no.
game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
This is so sad. It's so dead. Okay. Hello? Okay. Well. Where did this island come from? How do I get out of here? Hello? Is anyone there? Okay, so you can only open up more of it by top. Is that a person? How lovely. It's been a long time since I talked to anyone. ... What's wrong? You look lost. Yeah, of course I'm lost. I'm completely out of ideas. When I try to create, I feel empty. I have nothing left to give to my work. Oh no. What happened? Did something change? There was a machine that kept me going and it stopped. I'm trying to find this engine that used to protect me to start it again. Used to protect me. Oh, this is so sad. No. Wait, you're looking for a machine? I think I know where it is. It isn't far. I need to see it to know why it stopped. Is he talking about like the
If the
whisper
last game featured Coda talking explicitly about his creative frustrations, this one turns it up to 11. Now, put yourself in my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even. And yet, still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore. Why? What is it for?
I can take you to it, but there's a problem. It's guarded by a difficult puzzle. If you can help me solve the puzzle, we'll find the machine. Deal? Deal, deal. It doesn't matter what I say, does it? We're going to end up there one way or another, right? I'm just going to say that one. Oh, it changes it to deal. No. No, Coda. No, buddy. Perfect. Oh, that's so... No. Come along. I'll show it to you.
Because from my perspective at the time and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated
Here's the
he
puzzle.
was. He was in his own
What do
little
you
bubble,
think?
just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these
Solved
games to
this
anyone,
puzzle before.
not releasing them onto the internet.
Oh,
And so
wonderful.
He
Can
didn't
you tell me how to
have
do it?
anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
First you have to open the door. Oh no. Now you have to close the first door, now you have to open the first door, now you press the switch on the inside. Now you have to close the first door. It's white in here this time instead of black. Now just press the switch here, now just open the first door, now just close the first door. Now just press the switch here. Ha! That was so simple.
You can't talk yourself out of loneliness.
I can't believe I never
It
solved
doesn't
this
work
before.
that way. You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
Trying to find this engine that used to protect me to start it again. I've solved this puzzle before. Deal. Hello, I need to know. It shows you what you chose. Okay, here we are. What are you talking about? There's no machine here. These are just words and some walls. There's no machine here. Trust me. You'll see. You have to say that your work is fun and easy. You have to say that game development is simple and joyous and that you love it 100% of the time. No. Okay, making games is simple. Sure, making games is easy. Alright, making games is effortless. Okay, making games is simple. We're breaking the wall. Ah, that feels wonderful. But it wasn't true. Don't worry about it. Just keep talking. No! Keep saying that creation is easy. When I make games, I feel completely energized. I'm constantly excited and enthusiastic about my work. It's easy. It never stops being easy. No! Back from the original game where you had to talk to
Seeing
those
this
people.
game at the time that he made it, it looked really
Yes, it was
unhealthy to me. I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like video games are not worth this amount of suffering.
Yes, that's wonderful. Keep going. Every time I make something, I feel better about myself. Just never stop creating and you'll never feel bad. It's such a simple solution. No, this is everything you said in every previous
This
game.
is someone I really cared about. And I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me.
Perfect. That feels fantastic. None of this is helping. I'm gonna vomit. Please, where is the machine? No, this is so sad. Patience, you have to trust me. I promise this will work. Please continue. Pain breezes effortlessly off of me. Any sacrifices made for my work are worth it 100% of the time. It always pays off eventually. No.
I don't know.
Yes,
This
more.
is what
Keep
I felt at
going.
the time.
There's no
I don't know
shame,
how
no
else
fear,
to
no
explain
guilt.
it.
I'll be saved by my work, I believe.
I wanted it to stop more than anything. It never felt so rushed. I needed
Incredible.
more than I
That's
had
it.
ever needed anything
The
for this
prison.
to stop.
It's the prison. It's back to the prison again. Then there's someone trapped in there. No!
After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
This is so sad. No. So sad. The machine. Oh, we found it finally, but I don't want to find it anymore. This is too sad. Guard. What are you guarding? Ma'am? Glad to see you've arrived safely. We've captured the machine. It's waiting for you now. You can begin the interrogation whenever you like. I intend to be quick. Get me out of here. Very good. Just be warned that someone called the press. So we might have a bit of attention on this one. Also, one more thing you should know about the machine. It calls itself Coda. No. No, 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 no. Oh, this is so sad. Will we get to see the machine? Ma'am, please give us answers. What can you tell us? This is a machine. Okay.
And of course, it's the machine.
You stopped. You stopped feeding us. Your work was keeping us alive. Your work was keeping us healthy. You stopped feeding us. Those people out there, can you imagine what pain you've put them through? It was only because of your creations that any of us could make it through every day. How could we possibly go back to trusting you to do this job? It's only because of your creations. So here's what needs to happen. You need to go to the people who are out there and apologize to them. You have to admit to the people that you allowed them to suffer. I've been so alone. I've been so alone. So sad, no. Apologize for leaving me. No, nothing. Think carefully. I know how to hurt you. I've seen the thing you fear. Oh my gosh, this is so sad. No, Coda, no. No, I'm sorry. I don't mean it. Alright, then I'll apologize to the people on your behalf. My followers, my friends. My friends, definitely friends. I don't like followers. It falls on me to deliver bad news. I have a troubling revelation. It's the same thing. The machine will not apologize to us. The machine refuses to admit that it deliberately hurt us. No, this is so sad. But this is not important. We are stronger than it thinks we are. We will find a way to live without it. We do not need its games. We'll find a way to live without it. Let us pay it retribution. Let us show it that we are not failures. Follow me, we will destroy the machine. Follow me, we will destroy everything the machine has created. Follow me, we will destroy everything the machine has created. We're back here. The light's gonna turn on again and scare me. What? What the heck? Red dots everywhere. No. No. Coda, I'll make sure your work dies here. Coda, I'll make sure you are known forever. Coda, I'll make sure you are known forever. Isn't that what you're scared of? Exposed to the view of others every day, forever, seen in naked clarity? Oh,
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation.
No, that's a bad idea. No.
And so, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it.
No, that's a bad
Because it would
idea.
never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
No, not the warm room. That's a bad idea. It's not your job to show his work. It's his. He's suffering. He shouldn't be. No. No, this is so sad. The door.
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted.
No.
I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his game. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work.
Oh gosh.
There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
Oh my gosh. No, that was his. No. It was his emotional escape. You can't just do that. Put down your weapon. No, I don't want to. No, please don't. No, I don't want to do this. Coda, no, please.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do?
No.
Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something, I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully happy.
No. Oh my gosh.
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made. So let's take a look.
No, this is so sad. I mean, I totally always feel like it always feels like you can help people like that, like you can just make them happier, but you can't. That's not how it works. No, this is Coda, no. The last one he ever sent him.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
His games were his emotional escape, they were his release. You can't just betray his trust and give them to people. No. Is that gonna close on me? Oh, okay.
This room actually has a maze in it. Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise.
No.
The experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played, it actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the level, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
No, I want to figure this out. Okay, never mind. These are the same walls from Stanley Parable. Oh gosh, this is so sad. No, Coda.
And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze? The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here.
It's so sad. No,
I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
He doesn't want you to get through the... Oh no, Coda. I'm so... Oh, this makes me so sad. I don't know that I want to pull this lever. This is so sad. All of it. No, Coda.
The switch to open this door is actually
on the other
side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges, and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem.
No. That's not...
I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem. But I can open this door for you, so
no,
let me
don't. I don't want you to open the door for me. The whole
Was
point.
I a failure
He doesn't
for
want.
not understanding this game? I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why. I remember, it's June of 2011, I'm playing this for the very first time, and as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though, that was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean.
It wasn't about that.
And he wouldn't. I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me.
No.
But he stopped and left. And it felt somehow like I had failed.
This is so sad.
Where did I screw up?
No. Dear Davy, thank you for your interest in my games. I need to ask you to not speak to me anymore. No.
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you.
No, this is so sad.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
And this is inside the set from the thing. Oh no. He knew he was going to make it here. He knew he was going to glitch through the game. You've so infected my
And
personal
the
space that it's
people who played
impossible.
them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say.
No.
Even though I was showing your work, it was... I felt good about myself.
If there was an answer
Finally,
of meaning, would it make
for a
you...
moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
Would you stop taking my games and showing them to people against my wishes? Giving them something that is not yours to give, violating the one boundary that keeps me safe? It's like watching both of these people destroy themselves simultaneously. Would you stop changing my games? Stop adding lampposts to them? No, the lampposts were what he thought was the ending, but it... Oh my gosh. Would you simply
And then
let
you
them be
stopped.
what they are?
And I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing. What does that mean?
When I'm around you, I feel physically ill. You desperately need something and I cannot give it to you. I literally do not have it. Struggling to come up with new ideas is not making me depressed. Low points are just a part of the process. The fact that you think I'm frustrated or broken says more about you than about me. Oh my gosh. It's so sad. I realize that this doesn't make sense to you just yet. Which is fine. You're not my problem to solve. But I hope that one day it clicks and that you make peace with this thing that you are wrestling and the world starts to
I'm
break
afraid that I
apart.
did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
And when you finally see what I'm talking about, don't say anything. One final puzzle. There is no
That's
solution.
why I'm releasing this collection of your work. Is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
block. Oh my gosh, that's so sad. No, Davy. Davy.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease. Solution.
Davy, no.
I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate.
It wasn't about that.
I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons.
It's a place where he's safe. Where he doesn't have to worry about anything else.
Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
Davy. No, I don't hate you, Davy. I want to help you like you want to help him. It's just sad. No. Davy.
If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
Oh my gosh. This is
What
so
now?
sad.
I think I need to go. And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for, and so I'm just gonna... Okay.
No, Davy. No, you can't. No, this is so sad. Is it gonna stop or is it gonna keep going? Okay, it stops. Now we're back in the train station. Oh, this is so sad. No. I know I just keep saying that over and over again, but this is really sad. It's the engine, isn't it, from one of the first ones? Yeah. And another really sad thing about it is that, like, as a newly developing content creator for me, this is really sad because it's like I do this sort of thing on a regular basis. I take people's games and I show them to people. And, this is so sad. And I know that as a person, like, I always feel like I can help people. Like, I can fix people, and I can't. And when you can't fix them, it hurts, and it does damage you. And a lot of times it's because you're more damaged, but you think you can help. You think you've got it figured out. Would you throw yourself in the beam to save everyone? And the feeling is back. Would you do it? Oh my gosh. Endless labyrinth against a dark sky. So sad. There's one center.
Turn back from this cave. You said, let me
This project would not have been
prove
possible
that
without the
I'm
following individuals.
brave. Let me keep going.
Oh, it's so sad.
But the cave goes for miles and miles and miles. And you're so tired, but I know that you're strong. So turn back, turn back. But
And
the
just like that, it's
cave
over.
goes for miles and miles and miles.
No.
And you're so tired.
That was so sad. Oh my gosh.
But I
Yeah, and I mean, and like I was
know
saying,
that
like,
you're
that for me personally resonates a lot because I always feel like I can help people. Like when there's a friend that's down or depressed, or you think they are, then it really just shows what you are. But, oh my gosh. Well, that was an emotional joyride. I really enjoyed that though. Like, it really, that was a lot. Okay. And the lamppost and everything, that was amazing. Okay. Well, I guess that's it then. Oh man. Anyway, I hope that you guys liked today's episode of The Beginner's Guide. This was a crazy emotional journey. Yeah, wasn't exactly prepared for that, but you know, at the end of the day, are you ever? Anyway, thank you all very much for stopping by today and watching this and going through this journey with me. It was amazing and sad and all over the place. And yeah, I don't know how to feel now. Anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's episode. I hope to see all you guys back here for tomorrow's episode, whatever that may be. Not really sure yet. We'll figure that out and we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. And yeah. So, thank you all very much for watching today's episode. I really do love you all. Panda Fluff out.
And you're so tired.